Bonsoir. It is November 1st. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing this because we have 4 readathons and maybe a read along. We have NaNo, and I'm hoping to get back to another project. So we'll see how filming goes. I'm probably going to end up splitting it into like 2 videos, but we'll see. I was reading the private memoirs and confessions of a justified sinner last month, and I didn't get far, but I am really enjoying it while really hating most of the characters. So I'm going to keep doing this today. I also have Ava Reed's book for a buddy read that I started last month. We're at like 32 books currently reading, just ignore that. I'm not going to start any of the readathons today. Hopefully tomorrow I can pick up Post-Colonial Love Poems by, I think, Natalie Diaz tomorrow. But yeah, we're not going to be doing any of that today. Hopefully NaNo though. So I should probably explain the NaNo thing a little. I go in with the intention to lose. So I usually pick a selection of whips to try them out, or just to kind of slam on the thing that isn't the brakes, just to see if I can like force a little bit more out. That's usually because I'm a bit stuck in them. There are 4 this time. I have forgotten one of them. So technically 3 right now. One of them is Dynasty, which is hopefully going to be a serialized fiction, either going up in December or next year. Another is Emberhold, which is inspired a little bit by Xianxia, the Jianshu Xiaoge YouTube channel, taking a little bit from like medieval feudalism in Britain. And then this other one, which I don't have a name for, but which I'll be working on tonight. Dragons seem to be a big theme this year. Also, hopefully, I think the other one was Regency something, so we'll see. But yeah, that is also going on. Okay, so I realise this isn't going to matter to anyone else, but I have been allowed to keep these bones. I'm going to try and compost them. I've never tried before, and mine is an indoor one, so I hope it's not going to attract any bugs. Bonsoir, we're off. So we had book group, and I nearly fell asleep during that, so I don't think we're going to start any readathons today. They didn't have Firekeeper's Daughter, unfortunately. I pointed out that the Nalini Singh and Black Sun or adult books in the teen section like an idiot. I called mum over because I get anxious talking to people like that, and she immediately passed the woman off to me, and it was terrible, and I completely lost what I was doing. I really wanted that book, and yeah, so I didn't get it. I did not get it. Fortunately, My Heart is a Chainsaw was there, and of course, Post-Colonial Love Poem by Natalie Diaz. Both of these I'm going to read for the IndigAthon. And after that, it is Deep Wheel Arcadia. If you've been here a while, then you'll know that I am passionate about languages. Scottish languages, in particular Scots, Gaelic, and Deep Blue Arcadia, is a sci-fi bilingual novel in verse written in the Orkney dialect, and I am so excited for this. I did not think I'd see it in the store. It was completely unexpected, and it's signed, and it's going to be amazing. So I forgot to mention yesterday that a book that I backed on Kickstarter arrived. It's called Objects of the Dragon Kiln. This is about the Castle Peak Dragon Kiln. It's a historic building, and I also have interest in crafts and craftsmanship as well as history, so I think it'll be interesting, hopefully. They're also doing this to kind of try and revive it because it's one of the last in the world. Also, the bones. So I kind of boiled them 3 times and got all the meat and stuff off, so hopefully it won't attract anything. There's one in this plant, there's one in another, and there's one in the compost bin. And I know it takes a while for the nutrients to seep out, but I'm just trying to be careful so that we don't get any bugs. I finally started a book for a readathon, and it is Post-Colonial Love Poem by Natalie Diaz. This is for the IndigAthon. It's poetry. I've never gotten poetry. It always goes over my head, and that is my feeling with this, that its reading is just kind of floating just out of reach. But the language is beautiful, and it's really pulling at my emotions, and I really like it. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, so usually I read these in one go, but I've been taking my time with this one, just picking it up whenever I pass the book, and it's so lovely. I'm having a really good time with it. I have written over 1,700 words in total and over 800 words today, so I'm quite happy with that. I'd love to cross the 1,000 word mark today. That would be really nice, but I don't want to set my hopes up too much for that. Like I said, I choose a selection of whips to work on to hop between, and usually that includes ideas that haven't really been fleshed out, just to see how far I can take them. And this is one of them. So there's a lot of missing scenes, but I do like what I have. I did it. I haven't really said anything that much, but November is kind of my trial month in moving slightly away from booktube. Just a little bit. I'm still going to talk about books. I'm still doing vlogs for readathons. I never really found my niche here, so nothing like fireworks going off like bullets to remind you that it's the 5th of November. I almost forgot to show what came in the mail. It is broken porcelain upcycled into a necklace, which is absolutely lovely. So I finished Post-Colonial Love Poem by Natalie Diaz. It was lovely. I really enjoyed reading it. I do wish I'd realised that there were notes at the back about each poem, about how they came to be, where she was when she was writing them, but that's for the reread. The next book I'm going to read is for the PokémonAthon, and is also non-fiction, so I guess it counts for non-fiction November. It is called Cold Blasts and Clishmaclavers, which is a dictionary or a treasury of 1,000 Scottish words. Okay, so I'm going to show you what was in the box. The first thing was a blanket inspired by Kingdom of the Wicked, a trinket tray, this quote, character cards, the tarot, and the book was Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. My reading has been basically zero, but I got over 1,000 words again today in NaNo. It's actually the most words I've written in a day, I think 1,254. So I'm really happy with that. Also, I won the November challenge on Duolingo, so I've gotten over 1,000 experience points this month, and I'm really happy with that. Why didn't you tell me? A kindling hissed, a soft plume of smoke escaped the cage of his hands. Head bowed. Head bowed. Head bowed low. His voice barely rose above a whisper. I drove a stake in my chest, he murmured. Drank a vial of the grave. I should have been given up. They took me to my tomb. Forgive me. I thought I was free. Imagine that. It is really early, and I'm so regretting this. It's the 8th, and I finished up the first week with like 4,800 and something words. Well, like I said before, I think I usually choose a handful of whips because keeping my focus over an extended period of time on a single project is really hard, but I've done it. And the highest word count I've gotten this year, because I did the 2 camp nanos, was like 5,400 and something. It's going really well, and I'm incredibly happy about that. Today is hopefully going to be a rest day, so I'm going to just keep going with Cold Blasts and Clishmaclavers, and also catch up on season 3 of Critical Role. I know they've only got the first 2 episodes up, which is fine because I was kind of not into the first episode when I saw it, but then, you know, I watched like the best of compilations and I really like them now. I fell asleep during episodes 2 and 3, so I kind of need to catch up in time for episode 4. Getting my hair re-dyed today, so maybe we'll be going out for dinner after that. Okay, you can't see the colour very well, but it came out really nicely, the red. And as you can see, my hair is very shiny and soft, and I'm loving it. But yeah, I didn't get much reading done, as I said, because I usually fall asleep. Well, almost. We had some close calls today as well. I did get some more reading done for To Be Taught Unfortunate. It's my second attempt since the 24th of September. It is a fascinating story, and I really love it in terms of like the philosophy and ethics of space exploration. I'm not vibing with the writing style, and I don't know why, because it's not like it's egregious or anything. I'm not vibing with it, and it's entirely me, and that's unfortunate. But progress is progress. The real unfortunate thing is that, like I said, what's called Blast and Clish McClavers, reading dictionaries is my kind of nerdery, and I haven't done it in a while, so I grabbed 2 books from a book room, and they're not on my TBR. The first one is A Scots Dictionary of Nature by Amanda Thompson, and A Little Book of Latin for Gardeners by Peter Parker. So I filmed a explanation for why I am the way I am video, and it's the 10th. We were supposed to have filmed the vlog before now to go up today, but we didn't, so here we are. It is a French vlog. I vlogged L'Histoire de Babar and Le Voyage de Babar, and now it's Le Roi Babar, and it's probably going to be really messy, but if you're wondering how the vlog is going, it just exploded all over me. My glasses are soaked. Hello, I did it. I hated every second of it, but I did it. And the parents are back with a lovely McDonald's for me. So I'm very happy, actually. So my goodies arrived. I got these because I backed Neon Hemlock on Kickstarter for their 2020, this is 2021 Slater novella releases, and This Is How to Stay Alive and The Secret Skin are the fall releases. I don't actually know what they're about. I didn't read the synopsis on any of them. I just really loved Yellow Jessamine, and I looked at the submissions page. I really liked their ethos, so looking forward to eventually finding out what these are about. They are gorgeous. Also, while there was no reading today, I would like to point out that I got Mom into Critical Role yesterday, and so we just spent like afternoon, evening, night just watching episodes, finishing like up with episode 2, and it's really good and she likes it. So my order of books for the next 3, I think, because I have Where Decay Sleeps by Anne Chung, have arrived in store, but I stayed up to watch Critical Role, which I fell asleep during. So we'll see. Hello from the sofa bed. Clearly I'm not going anywhere. PokémonAthon is ending really soon. We've got time get away from me again. I have less than 3 hours left on the e-audiobook of Broken Homes, which is the fourth book in the Rivers of London series. And I want to finish that today. But I have on my TBR The Year of the Chick by Romy Mundi, and it's a rom-com, which is under 300 pages. I've been in the mood for something light, so hopefully. So yesterday I almost finished Catching Fire. I'd already finished Broken Homes, which is the best book so far in the Rivers of London series. Wow. Great news, also Foxglove Summer came in, which is the 5th. It said it wasn't going to be available until the end of the month, and then if you clicked on it, it said it wasn't going to be available until next year, so I'm very happy about that. Did not start Year of the Chick, but we're like 10 minutes away from the sprints for the PokémonAthon, so I'm going to try and be good. Slowly making my way through The Wolf and the Woodsman, because that was a buddy read from last month and I am doing so badly with it. So I started the Year of the Chick and I hate it. I thought it was going to be some kind of quirky rom-com type thing, and I don't know if my read on the thing is entirely right. It reads like a lot of internalized racism. You don't have to like arranged marriages, and you can be really resentful of having that forced on you, but also just it just feels like my parents are trying to force this backward thing on me, and we're in Canada, and we're not backwards here, and why is this kind of backward thing being forced on me in this, like, I hate it. I really hate it, and I don't like her either. Like, she doesn't need to be nice, and she doesn't need to be all that likeable, but just there's a lot of like really unpleasant things. Like, it starts off with her like not in the happiest place, and that's fine, but she's kind of going on about the girls laughing at the table next to hers, and then she goes home and has a shouting match with her sister, and then going to the family home where she doesn't get along with her brother and her parents, and it's just like it's so much negativity. And I get why she doesn't have like the kindest view towards these people, but also I don't like, you're making me kind of bitchy towards you, and you're a very bitchy book, and it's not the energy that I want in my life. But we're gonna try and finish it anyway because it's short. We did have a talk because it's Sunday. I went to both sessions, and sorry I fell asleep during the first. It was in Southern Gothic. It was amazing. Good day. Time to head out. One thing that stands out to me as traumatizing my young teenage brain was an episode of SVU where they were chasing this guy and he fell into the back of a bin removal van and he got squished. It was horrifying, and it stuck with me. And I would absolutely do that to the lead in You're the Chick. I have forced myself to 19%, and I'm done with this bitch. I can't deal with her. And I don't need this negativity. I don't need to be this negative, so I'm gonna just stop reading the thing that makes me this angry. Yeah. Which means I'm probably not going to get another book for the PokémonAthon done because tomorrow is book group. And the book I picked up today, I think this just came out Friday, Synopticon. It is Chinese sci-fi translated, and I'm really excited about it. And this is for book group next month, I think. In a Glass Darkly by Sheridan Le Fanu. It is a collection of short stories, and this, The Black Moth by Georgette Heyer, is for tomorrow. And also, I'm going to get this uploaded in time. We have a conference for, I think, the centenary. I'm going to link that down below because it's going to be so good. We're going to have like Zen Cho and KJ Charles. I'm going to talk about highwaymen and like history, and it's going to be so good. It's got Carmilla. It has Carmilla. I lost my copy and now I have one. I had to pause my like 1920s 30s Shanghai retelling, but they've got it and I can finally annotate it.